Today we shall learn about Biot-Savart's law. Biot-Savart's law. For this, let us consider a conductor carrying current I. Let us consider a point P at a distance R from the conductor. Here we consider a small element of length dl. This is point P. At the point P, we have to find the magnetic induction. The magnetic induction at point P depends on the following factors. The magnetic induction dB is directly proportional to the current I passing through the conductor. It is directly proportional to the length of the considered element, directly proportional to the sine of the angle. This is the angle theta between the line joining the point P and the element, and it is inversely proportional to the square of the distance between the point and the line, small element. So combining all these factors, we can write as dB proportional to ideal sine theta by r square. So our dB is equal to, we put some constant, mu naught by 4 pi ideal sine theta by r square. Here mu naught is known as permeability of free space. So this is about Biot-Savart's law. Now we shall see the application of Biot-Savart's law. Application. Magnetic induction due to circular coil. Circular coil carrying current. For this, we consider a circular coil of radius A and center O. Let I be the current passing through the coil. So let P be a point outside the coil at a distance x from center O of the coil. We consider an element, small element AB of length dl here. So this element is at a distance r from point P. At point P, we have to find the magnetic induction. In order to find the magnetic induction at point P, this dB, according to Biot-Savart's law, we can write dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal sine theta by r square. This is the angle theta. So this point R will be like this. So the angle between them is 90 degrees. So sine 90 is equal to 1. So dB is equal to mu naught ideal by r square. So this magnetic induction due to the single element is given by dB is equal to mu naught ideal by r square. This dB is resolved into two components. One component is dB, this angle is phi, dB cos phi, that is perpendicular component, and parallel component is dB sin phi. This sin phi will be along the axis. dB sin phi, and this perpendicular component will be dB cos phi. So if we consider another element diametrically opposite to this element, that is A dash B dash, it also will produce same magnetic field at point P. So that magnetic field also can be resolved into two components, dB cos phi and dB sin phi. Vertical component will be like this and horizontal component will be along the axis. So the vertical components will get cancelled. dB cos phi is in upward direction and another one is dB cos phi in downward direction. These two components will get cancelled and the remaining component is along the axis, that is dB sin phi. So similarly, if we divide this whole coil into number of elements, each of length dl, each element produces magnetic induction at the point P. Vertical components get cancelled. dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal sin theta by r square. So theta, angle between this point P and this element is 90 degrees. That means this line will be like this. So dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square, dB is equal to. So the magnetic induction dB can be resolved into two components. Parallel component is dB sin phi and perpendicular component is dB cos phi. If we consider another element diametrically opposite to this element AB, this A dash B dash element also produces the same magnetic induction at point P. Then dB can also be resolved into two components. Perpendicular component will be like this, dB cos phi, and parallel component will be along the axis. So the vertical components get cancelled and the horizontal components remains like that. Similarly, if we consider the whole coil into small number of elements, each element produces same magnetic induction at dB and all the vertical components gets cancelled and the horizontal components will be added. So magnetic induction, that is, it is given by dB sin phi. So we have that value dB is equal to mu naught by 4 pi ideal by r square integral into sin phi. So these are all constants, we can remove. Mu naught by 4 pi B is equal to mu naught by 4 pi I by r square into sin phi dl. So from this triangle, sin phi is equal to A by r, opposite side by hypotenuse. So substituting this value, B is equal to mu naught I by 4 pi r square integral sin phi. Sin phi value is A by r, that is mu naught I A by 4 pi r cube integral dl. So integral dl is nothing but the circumference of the coil. Integral dl is equal to 2 pi a. So substituting that value, we get B is equal to mu naught I A by 4 pi r cube into 2 pi a is equal to mu naught I A square by 2 pi r square. So from this triangle, r square is equal to a square plus x square. R square is equal to a square plus x square. So this is equal to, this is r cube, mu naught I a square by 2 pi into a square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. dB is equal to. Similarly, if there are n turns in the coil, this equation can be modified as dB is equal to mu naught n Ni a square by 2 pi gets cancelled, pi also gets cancelled, 2 into a square plus x square whole power 3 by 2. So this is one of the application. Similarly, we can have another application also on Biot Savart's law. Thank you.